We always hear from Muslims that the Bible has been changed. First off, there is no evidence of this, and secondly, and more importantly, for the Muslims watching this, what does the Quran say about this topic? We'll go to the Quran and see what it has to say. So for the first question, according to the Quran, can the words of Allah be changed? Surah Yunus 10:64 says, "For them are glad tidings in the life of the present and in the hereafter. No change can there be in the words of Allah. This is indeed the supreme felicity." So there is no changing the words of Allah according to the Quran. Now the next question, is the Torah, which is the law of Moses, and the Injil, which is the gospel, the words of Allah according to the Quran? Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:46. "And in their footsteps we sent Isa son of Maryam, confirming the Torah that had come before him, and we gave him the Injil, in which was guidance and light and confirmation of the Torah that had come before it, a guidance and an admonition for those who guard." So according to this verse, when Jesus came, he confirmed the Torah, the law of Moses, that Allah gave to Moses. He confirmed it, which means what the Israelites had, according to this verse, was the true revelation given by Allah according to the Quran. And also according to this verse, Allah gave the gospel to Jesus. They were both the words of Allah. Surah Al-Nisa 4:163-164. "Verily we have inspired you as we inspired Nuh and the prophets after him. We inspired Ibrahim, Ismail, Ishaq, Yaqub, and Al-Asbat, Isa, Ayub, Yunus, Harun, and Sulaiman, and to Dawood we gave the Zabur. And messengers we have mentioned to you before, and messengers we have not mentioned to you, and to Musa Allah spoke directly." So the Gospel, the book of Job, the book of Jonah, the book of Solomon, the Psalms, and the books revealed to Moses are all the words of Allah according to these verses. Also, Allah spoke directly to Moses, something that in the Quran does not happen with any other prophet, including Jesus or Muhammad. So please, no more written by men's statements, because according to the Quran, it was revealed by Allah, but it was scribed by men, just as the Quran was scribed by men. So far what we see is that all these books from the Bible are the words of Allah according to the Quran. And remember, the words of Allah cannot be changed. Surah Yunus 10:94. "But if you are in doubt as to what we have revealed to you, ask those who read the book before you. Certainly the truth has come to you from your Lord, therefore you should not be of the disputers." Also Surah 4:136. "O you who believe in Allah and His Messenger, and the book which He has sent down to His Messenger, and the scripture which He has sent down to those before, and whosoever disbelieves in Allah, His angels, His books, His messengers, and the last day, then indeed he has strayed far away." If the Bible was corrupted, why would Allah direct a follower of His to that corrupted book? Why would He command that you believe all of His books if some of them are corrupted, especially after Allah saying that His words cannot be changed and that His words were the scriptures before the Quran was revealed? That would make no sense. Surah Fatir 35:31. "And what we have inspired in you of the book, it is the truth, confirming that which was before it. Verily Allah is indeed all aware and all seer of His slaves." So again, we see that the Quran states very clearly that not only the previous scriptures were from Allah, but also that the previous scriptures were intact, meaning not altered. As the surah says, the Quran came confirming what was before it. Surah Al-Imran 3:3. "It is He who has sent down the book to you with truth, confirming what came before it. And He sent down the Torah and the Injil." These two verses very clearly say that Allah sent the Quran confirming what came before it, so confirming the Torah and the Injil. It can't get any clearer. When the Quran came out, it confirmed the scriptures, it confirmed the Bible. All these surahs say that the Bible was not corrupted. And then we have Surah Yunus 10:37, which says, "And this Quran is not such as could be forged by those besides Allah, but it is a verification of that which is before it and a clear explanation of the book. There is no doubt in it from the Lord of the worlds." Then Surah Al-Ahqaf 46:12. "And before this was the scripture of Musa as a guide and a mercy, and this is a confirming book in the Arabic language to warn those who do wrong, and as glad tidings to the good doers." Here are two more examples of the Quran verifying that the previous scriptures were once again intact. There are so many more verses where the Quran confirms the scriptures that came before it. I think the verses I posted from the Quran are enough, but I will post some other verses from the Quran that I haven't already shown in this video, and if you want you can take these verse numbers and search them on your own. Okay, so from these verses I think it's pretty clear that 1. Allah's words according to the Quran cannot be changed. 2. The Torah, the Injil, the writings of David, Solomon, Job, etc., etc. are all the words of Allah according to the Quran, so therefore they cannot be changed. 3. Not only did Jesus confirm the scriptures that came before him, but so does the Quran confirm them. So again, why would Allah tell you to go to a corrupted book? If you want to say it was corrupted after the Quran came out, well, first off, shouldn't Allah know that it was going to be corrupted and say so? And also, knowing that it would be corrupted, shouldn't He, being all-knowing, not refer you to it in the past, present, or future? Also, if it is corrupted, shouldn't He say that it is corrupted? And say it very clearly, but again, it confirms the previous scriptures and says nothing about any corruption. Also, on the topic of it being corrupted after the Quran came out, that's impossible. We can compare our Bibles today to the Dead Sea Scrolls, which were written around 700 to 1000 years before the Quran, and they match with what we have today. And then there is the Greek translation, the Septuagint, which was done around the 2nd century or 3rd century BC. Then there is the Aramaic translation called the Peshitta, done around the 2nd to the 4th century AD. Then there is the Latin Vulgate, done around the 4th century AD. And then for the New Testament, there are over 5,000 early Greek manuscripts of the New Testament. Plus, there are many translations which came before the Quran, like the translations into Latin, Syriac, etc. So altogether, there are about 24,000 ancient manuscripts which predate the Quran for the New Testament, which all coincide with what we have in our Bibles today. If there are any differences in the Greek manuscripts, they are explained in the footnotes, and they are always minor, nothing doctrinal or of any importance. So with all that being said, simple logic can only give you the conclusion that according to the Quran and other historical documents, the Bible couldn't have been corrupted. So then comes the question, if the Quran confirms the Bible, why do Muslims say it is corrupted? The reason Muslims say that the Bible is corrupted is because they have no choice. They have to say it's corrupted because if the Bible is not corrupted, then the Quran is obsolete. But again, from what we see in the Quran, it tells you to go to the Bible, and it says that it was intact. It doesn't say anything about it being changed. If you're a Muslim watching this, you should really give this some thought, because as we have seen from this video, nowhere does the Quran give any indication of any corruption. Again, it's the opposite. The Quran actually confirms the Bible. I know I keep repeating myself, I just want to get the point across. Now, I want to take a moment for any Muslims watching this who might not understand the reason for the crucifixion. God is holy and perfect, and there is none like Him. We're not holy or perfect, and we are all alike. We all fall short of God's glory. God's standards are perfection and nothing less. He will not settle or lower Himself to man's standards. You can see God's standards starting in the Garden of Eden. God gave man free will to either follow His command that leads to life, or to do our own will, which leads to death. Again, God's standards are perfection. He will not settle for less, which is why it took one sin, one act of disobedience for Adam to be cast out of the garden. With this one sin came a shadow of what was to come later, animal sacrifice for the forgiveness of sin. Genesis 3:21 says that to clothe Adam and Eve's nakedness, in other words, to atone for their sin, God sacrificed an animal as a substitute to His wrath upon them. Then when the Torah came, God said that the way to receive forgiveness of sin was through the blood of the sacrificed animal, which had to be sacrificed in the temple in Jerusalem. These sacrifices were symbolic, a shadow of what was to come, which is the final sacrifice, which is the Messiah crucified. Man sinned, so a man had to take the punishment for sin. The blood of animals did not remove sin, as again, they were symbolic of what was to come, Jesus Christ, in whom is the fulfillment of all things. Now, since I'm running out of time, I'm gonna have something on the screen for you to read, so just push pause to read it. Bless you all.